Long ago, in the heart of the Rub al Khali Desert, there existed a lonely mountain known as Jabal al-Ru. Few dared to approach it, for it was said to be home to a powerful Jinn named Zarin. Unlike the wicked Jinn whispered about in bedtime tales, Zarin was not evil, but he had been banished from the Jinn realm for defying the cruel orders of his own kind. He had once saved a human child from a sandstorm instead of watching her perish, as his elders commanded. Zarin lived in solitude for centuries, weaving stories from the desert winds and carving ancient poetry into the stones. He longed for companionship, but knew the world feared his kind. One night, under a rare silver moon, the silence of the desert was broken by a faint melody. It wasn't the wind, it was soft, sorrowful, humming, the sound of someone lost. Curious, Zarin drifted through the sand in his smoky form and followed the voice until he found a delicate creature lying near a thorny bush, her wings torn, her gown dusty. It was a fairy. She was unconscious, and her glow was dimming. Zarin knelt beside her, unsure what to do. He had never seen a fairy before. He remembered old legends that Jinn and fairies were once allies in ancient times, before the greed of the world drove them apart. Zarin gently lifted her and brought her to a cool cave beneath the mountain. He summoned cool breezes to refresh her and spring water from beneath the earth to wash her wounds. Days passed before she finally opened her eyes. "Where am I?" she whispered. "You are safe," Zarin replied softly. "I am Zarin, a Jinn. I found you in the desert. You were hurt." The fairy blinked in surprise. "A Jinn saved me? My kind are not all wicked," Zarin replied. "And you? What were you doing in the desert?" "My name is Laline," she said. "I was searching for the lost grove of moonlight. It is the only place where I can restore my wings. But I was caught in a sandstorm." Zaran's eyes widened. "The lost grove? It lies beneath this very mountain, but it is hidden by old magic. I was never able to find the entrance." Together, the Jinn and the fairy searched for the grove, deciphering ancient inscriptions and unlocking spells long forgotten. As days turned into weeks, a deep friendship blossomed between them. Zarin, who had lived in sorrowful silence for centuries, found joy in Laline's laughter and hope in her stories of the fairy realm. At last, they uncovered the grove, a hidden sanctuary glowing with silver trees and a fountain that shimmered with moonlight. As Laline stepped into the water, her wings began to heal. Light flowed through her body, and she rose into the air, radiant and whole once more. "You've given me back my life," she said, tears shining in her eyes. "Let me give you something too." She kissed his forehead and whispered an ancient fairy blessing. Zarin felt a warmth spread through him, and for the first time, his smoky form turned solid. His exile lifted. He was no longer cursed. From that day on, the grove remained a secret haven for both Jinn and fairy. Laline visited often, and Zarin was no longer lonely. Together, they guarded the ancient magic, proving that even in a world of fear and old grudges, friendship and kindness could bring light back to even the darkest corners of the desert.